Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David,
I'm Mary.
and this is where we talk all things Star Wars. But before we get started with all the exciting footage and trailer, I want to thank all of our awesome Patreon members out there, starting with Liam McCallan, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Maya Morris, Adam Haber, Cam from Indiana, Mariana T. Arnold, Alex Brindell, Indiana Solo, BC Dumit, Sean Smith, and Adriana Ferrano. Thank you so much for the awesome love and support.
Thanks,
And
guys.
yes, thank you so much. Also, Legion Sabers, legionsabers.com. If you go out to that website, use our code STUFF at checkout, you get $5 off. So check that out whenever you can for all your lightsaber needs. All right. D23 is
So much.
going on.
So much news, so much information. It's overload.
Yes, it's a lot of information. I was not really expecting a lot per se, but needless to say, it feels like Filoni really cooked on this.
Yeah.
That trailer blew me away.
Which trailer? Teaser trailer?
The Ahsoka 2 trailer that they dropped. Yeah, we'll talk about all the other stuff, but we'll talk about this Ahsoka trailer up front first.
Okay.
It felt like a movie to me. And I told you guys in chat, it looked really polished, especially the outer space battle scenes. It looked terrific. I mean, seeing the E-wings and the B-wings, I was just like, oh my gosh. And it makes sense because Filoni is now in charge. And with stuff that Iman Esfandi told us at SpaceCon, it makes a lot of sense why this looks so good. He doesn't have to answer to anyone other than himself and the Disney higher-ups. And yeah.
I think what I really am enjoying about this trailer is the care and attention, right? Like you're saying, everything looks really good. He doesn't have to answer. He has like total creative freedom. He has a partner in the CEO position who takes care of the finances. And looking at how good the quality is of this trailer means they work well together. They're not doing shortcuts. No one's winning at the arm wrestling challenge at the table, right? It's like, hey, here's the vision. Here's the cost. How do we make this happen? And it feels like it's going to be like they have a really good partnership. And this trailer speaks to that. I think my favorite part was the flashback, the really quick flashback scene. And you see young Ahsoka doing a very common animated Ahsoka move that I would not expect to see happen in live action.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yes, this is the flashbacks I want.
And it's that funny thing where it's very, very much James Gunn. It reminds me of him because way back in the day, they kept on asking him, are the Guardians going to be in Avengers? Are they going to be in Avengers? And he was like, no, there's no plans. It's like, how are you not going to put them in? Same thing with these Clone Wars flashbacks. Everyone wants them. Everyone was asking, can we get live action Clone Wars? He was saying, no, that we already did that. It's an animation. But we're still quasi getting it in Ahsoka in these flashbacks. Everyone wants to see them. They're great. Ariana Greenblatt is awesome.
Yes.
And we're kind of still getting what we want in a certain way. And the trailer just looks amazing. I mean, a lot of Hayden Christensen in there.
Yes. He made an appearance at D23, his first time at D23.
Yeah.
So that was really nice to see.
Yeah. And I wonder if it's the recognition that Hayden is still a big time celebrity in the Star Wars community. And that's part of the reason why they're kind of featuring him more. And that's something that I want to see from Dave Filoni. I want to see him make those certain strategic moves for Star Wars. And it goes back to my saying, you got to give the people what they want. This was definitely giving the people what they wanted.
Yeah.
The trailer was spectacular. Now I think we're all kind of leaning towards the side of, did they show us too much? But it feels like they didn't show us a lot because we do know that Admiral Akbar is going to be involved in a conflict with Thrawn. We got zero of him. we
What did you
figured
think
like
of
Mon
Thrawn's
Mothma
speech?
might be involved.
What
I
did you
thought that
think of
speech was great. It
I
was
did
good. It
too.
was just enough. Um,
Exactly.
Thrawn is declaring war on the Rebel Alliance, even
Yep.
though they're not the Rebel Alliance anymore. They're the New Republic, and Thrawn like refuses to acknowledge that.
Yes. And I think that's the part I loved so much about this speech is it's not like these are the good guys, these are the bad guys. Everybody thinks they're the good guy, right? Thrawn
Yeah.
right now is like, "Oh, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm standing up for the empire. You guys still are just a rebel alliance." It's like a faction that came in and took over kind of thing, not so much
Mhm.
like oh, we were in the wrong and we got destroyed or whatever. It's like, no, you guys are still the rebels are the bad guys to the empire and the empire is the bad guys to the rebels and stuff, and it's just really great, and like that speech to me just embodied like the mentality that Thrawn has and his like cunningness, I guess is
Mhm.
the right word. So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. One thing I will say, he is I don't know if it's lighting, I don't know if he's unwell,
A lot of people pointed
but
this out, and I'm like, no,
but he is
guys.
not the right color blue. He is not
Yeah,
the right
dude.
color blue.
No, I think it's just the lighting because people are like, is he
Really?
gray now? Is he changing color? No, I don't
He's
think so.
unwell. Maybe it's a night witch thing.
I do think that they did fix his wig though,
Yes.
because it
Yes.
looks a whole more natural than it did before, which was a little bit of
Yeah.
a like, ugh. Kind
Yeah.
of along the same lines as what they did with my girl right here, Katie
Oh, yeah.
Sackhoff with Bo-Katan. That's like the first gen hair right there, and then
Yeah.
they changed her hair to be more straight and longer, and it looked way better in
Agreed.
Mando season 3.
Yeah.
But
I think this season looks way more as far as the trailer goes, this season looks way more polished than the first one.
yeah, and I think it really has a lot to do with Dave Filoni being the captain of the ship here, and
Yeah.
like I said, he doesn't have to be like, "Is this okay? Is this
Yeah.
amount of money okay?" I feel I was kind of just thinking about it. I feel like Josh tomorrow was like, whatever you need, we need Star Wars back in a big way.
I
You
don't
know what to
know.
do. And he just left them alone.
I don't know.
That's what it kind of feels like.
Maybe Josh Tomorrow has a soft spot for Star Wars because he's not doing that with Pixar or any of the other IPs.
Hmm. Well, they did announce a lot of Pixar stuff at D23.
But he's also laid off a ton of people in the Pixar like departments and stuff like that. Like he's been president or uh he's been in charge of Disney for less than a year now and they've already
Mhm.
gone through 2 sets of layoffs.
Yeah.
So unless he has a real soft spot for Star Wars or Star Wars Lucasfilm is not asking for as much as the other ones, or they really have things running really efficiently where Josh doesn't have to be like, "Oh, we need to make cuts here," kind of
It
thing.
definitely does feel like a trickle down effect. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the Marvel side of the house, they are scaling back, way
Yeah.
back, to doing very minimal projects because, of course, you spread it too thin, the quality goes down, and that's what kind of
Yep.
happened. That's general consensus. Even though I liked a lot of the stuff they did personally, but I agree the whole less is more. Um, Type of methodology for all this. And Craig has a few good points here. Going back to his first one here on screen, I'm going to have serious issues with being in the timeline, but no Luke Connolly. We don't know that. I think we'll eventually get those people in there. And I don't know what kind of controversy that might cause, but I mean, I think they're going to have some type of influence in here, and I think Filoni's going to come up with a decent explanation on their whereabouts and their participation in the Ahsoka series. And I don't think this is the last season either. Craig
I thought there
also
was
point.
a movie after that. I thought all roads are
Um,
leading to the Filoni Mandoverse movie.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear anyone bring that up in the press line.
Mm.
But That's what they said a long time ago, but they said a lot of things a long time ago. So I kind of put it in that little basket. Craig also says they pushed it back 6 months. I think he improved it. Yes, I'm all for
Yeah,
this. If you need to push something back 6 months to improve it, to improve the CGI, to improve the storytelling, to enable actors to participate that otherwise couldn't, yes, do that. And I think we're all in favor of that.
agreed.
The younger you are, the more time drags. The older you are, the faster time goes. So for me, this is all really fast. And to live in the 90s, to
Yes.
experience no Star Wars and then have all this stuff just bombard me, I'm like, oh my God, it's like it's so much and it's so great. I mean, yes, we all do want quality, of course. That's a given, but
Do you remember
waiting
back in
six
the
months is
day?
nothing to me.
Yeah. Do you remember back in the day you would go to the theater, see a movie, and then wait years for the DVD to come out or the
Oh yeah.
VHS? Gosh,
Yeah.
now you wait like 2 months and it's on some streaming platform.
Yeah.
Wild
I,
to me.
I'll
Absolutely
do you
wild.
I'll do you one better. I waited years for the Jurassic Park VHS to come out.
I
That
remember
took
that. No.
forever.
Was that
That
how
took
old
a
was I then?
long time.
I don't
A
remember.
long time.
I
Adam
think I was just
Haber.
born and I had it.
Adam Haber says, David, you're crazy, man. That's what
Ah,
came out of RSC, that I'm crazy.
that you're crazy? Crazy
Yeah.
cool?
I don't know.
I'm gonna call it. You're
You be
crazy
the
cool.
judge.
Yeah, I am. I'm
Craig
calling it.
also says, does anyone think we will see Anakin and Luke in a scene in Ahsoka?
No, no way. Make it make sense. How? What would happen there? Hey dad. Hey dad, that's not my dad that I saved. Make it make sense. No, no way.
We have always brought up the possibility of Luke meeting his Force Ghost dad. But the rules, what are the rules? Did you have to know the person in order to see their Force Ghost? I mean, Luke did know Vader, but yeah, he didn't. Well, okay, let's rewind. I have to think back through all the Star Wars stuff now. Luke saw his dad. So in the original version, he didn't see Hayden Christensen. He saw
Yep.
Sebastian Shaw, and
Yep.
then George Lucas changed it in the 1997 special editions where Hayden Christensen was standing
It's
there with him.
Anakin. He reverts back to Anakin as the Force Ghost.
Wait, but that wouldn't make sense though because he wasn't even cast yet.
But here's the thing.
He made like
Do we
three
know Luke
revisions to
saw?
the films
Yeah. So do we
because
know Luke actually saw the Force Ghosts? Do we know he sees all of them?
yeah, we don't know. I mean, they could do like a retcon type of thing. Of course, he probably saw Yoda and Obi-Wan, but I mean, you figure he saw Sebastian Shaw as Vader. I mean, you figure because he saw them all
I
together. They're all reunited. But then later
so
on, we got Hayden Christensen replacing the original actor, Force Ghost. I don't
the
know.
only
That that
way
is that is very interesting.
the only way I can see it make sense is in season 1 of Ahsoka, we saw that Anakin made her the videos, and you see his the pictures and videos of him doing the
Mhm,
training, right?
mhm,
The only thing that would make sense to me is if she's viewing those and Luke is there next to her in some scene and he goes, "I've seen that man before. Who is he?" And then she starts to tell him who Anakin Skywalker is and stuff because she also has the moment with Mando where or with Luke or Mando and stuff and she makes a comment like, yeah, he's just like his father, or I'm a good friend of the family and stuff like that. So that kind of tells me she would at least tell him stories about Anakin,
mhm,
right? So like that could be the bridge. And then Luke can be like, I've seen him before. I've seen him in my dreams. I've seen him in this space, like at a temple while he's building the temple or training and stuff. And that's the only connection I can see where we'll see both of them together, but not but maybe not interact with each other. Maybe I should go write this. I feel like this would be a good episode.
I want to see an interaction, and I
I
think
don't.
Craig does too.
Well, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I would. I'd. I'd love to see an interaction, but I don't know how it would make sense.
I mean, I could see where Luke kind of flies in, kind of like what Solo did at the end of A New Hope, and he helps out the New Republic in some sort of
Mhm.
way. And then, but like you pointed out, that probably feels like that's something that should happen in maybe the Filoni film. That's like the
Yeah.
culmination of the Favloni verse, with the Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka and all these seasons that we're getting. So, yeah, we did get the
Mhm.
poster though. That
Very
dropped
cool poster.
during the day, and then we got a date for Ahsoka season 2 at the very bottom, January 20th on Disney Plus.
I really want this poster. If anybody out there has an extra or knows where to get one, please contact me because I would really, really love to find a way to get this poster.
Yeah, somehow some people that weren't at D23 got this poster and they're showing it off. I don't know how, but yeah, were you
Probably
able
some like
to
gift box.
possibly were you able to translate the Arabesh there?
No. Say Ahsoka.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Yeah, because if
Or
you
is
do
it Star Wars?
your your encryption breakdown here, the first two letters are the same. So that
So
would
it's
be
not
A. Yeah, it could be Ahsoka. And what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's probably Ahsoka.
Yeah, that makes
6
sense.
letters. Yeah. And they still got the world between world motif in
Mhm.
the logo there.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Okay, dude,
And
I just want to call it right now.
yeah.
I have had this tattoo for years. At
Yeah.
least 4 years. And
Wow.
I want people to know we are gonna if we get this image,
Yeah.
Ahsoka as the daughter, a split Anakin, Vader as the father, and then Balin's skull, or I have Starfighter, but Balin's skull tapping into being the son. But it feels like Balin's trying to tap into being the father. So I'm very, very curious how they would try to depict the son in this, or if they're gonna depict him at all.
Mm.
But if I've got 2/3 of this right,
Yeah. Hmm.
I'd be very curious because it from the trailer, that's what I gained. Because Anakin tells Ahsoka, Balin's tapping into something powerful, right?
Right. And that's leading into, I think, what everyone generally is hypothesizing what's going to happen with the whole mother, daughter, father,
Yeah.
sister of Mortis, gods type storyline that they're going with.
The arc, yeah. So I'm curious if they'll use the World Between Worlds to go into a live action version of the Mortis God arc episodes,
That would be fantastic. That would be
right?
so good.
That makes too much sense. I would love that so much.
Yeah.
Dave Filoni, if you're listening,
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Sam Witwer did do the voice of the son, right?
he did.
So they could bring him back. He's still around.
That's that's who I have. I have Starfighter's Sam Witwer version.
Yeah. Yeah. Matt Smith always looked like that animated character to me. So I
Mhm.
wouldn't mind him coming back. And then with him
Yeah.
having a little bit of a connection in The Rise of Skywalker, being rumored to be young Palpatine, which
Yeah.
he looks nothing like Ian McDermott to me, but I don't know. Um,
I don't care. Matt Smith's amazing. I would
yeah.
take him in any version of Star Wars. He can play
Yeah.
Loki for all I care. Bring Loki
Yeah.
to Star Wars and have Matt Smith play him.
For me, after his role as Damon Targaryen, yeah, he's awesome.
Not the doctor?
I never really watched Doctor Who.
Oh, he's a good doctor. He was my favorite doctor.
Oh, okay.
He's really
Nice.
good.
Nice.
Him and then David Tennant.
Nice. So yes, at D23, in case people that are watching or listening don't know, it's a biannual convention that's a Disney only convention. So everything under the Disney umbrella, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, of course, Disney
Theme
animation,
parks.
theme parks. So everything affiliated to Disney is at this convention, and they do treat it like a Comic-Con style event where they have um, mock-ups of costumes and picture photo op opportunities with different things. One of the first things to be reported out was this costume from Ahsoka season 2 of Anakin Skywalker. And immediately people remembered the Clone Wars animated series and remembered a specific episode where Anakin is wearing this jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And you can clearly see the saber, you can see the glove, and of course at the bottom it says Anakin Skywalker. So we got this scene in the trailer, and we also got young Ahsoka's jacket as well. It's kind of blurry here, but you get the gist. And then, of course, they gave us the other costumes, and you get the
Yep.
Prime Ahsoka right here, and then you got a little bit of Sabine action as well.
Super cool.
Yeah, yeah, really
When
cool that we
people
got
cosplay
to.
as her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The previous Space Con, Natasha Lou Bordizzo was there as well as Ivana Sakna. It was really cool to meet them and actually go backstage and kind of saw them with their guard down. And it's always that funny thing of like, oh my gosh, they're just regular people, you know. The way that she was very relaxed, and it was really cool. I'll never forget like just kind of witnessing them the way they kind of are off stage and not on video or film. Also, we got these Loth kittens, which Mary isn't too fond of.
They're creepy. I was promised when we were in Japan and Dave Filoni was on that stage and he showed us the like concept art for them. They were so cute. And he's like, we got to have these cute little ball kittens and blah, blah, blah and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited for that. I want to get a doll of that, X, Y, and Z when I go to Galaxy's Edge. And then I saw this picture yesterday and I was like, that's not cute. I don't want that in my room anywhere.
Yeah, so for me, the context is if this was like an Earth creature, yeah, it'd be weird, but it's not. It's
Ugh.
fake and it's in space and it's Star Wars, so I think it's kind of cool. And they also had a
It's
mock-up
cool,
of.
just not cute. I'll
Well, what
agree,
do you
it's
think about the
cool.
adult version of the Loth Panther?
Cuter. I think
Yeah,
it's way cuter.
yes,
Its legs are weird and more bird-like and stuff like
yeah,
that, and its face is nicer and everything. I think the adult version looks really cute and cool. I think the
right,
babies just are cool looking. I would not call them cute.
right. They also had, not pictured here, a 1-to-1 scale size Rada with the axes from the Mandalorian and Grogu film.
Very
And
cool.
that was a big photo op. Everyone's taking photos with that. Um, do you remember anything else that they had specific worth mentioning?
Some other small Star Wars stuff is they in the
The Anzellan
Disneyland
ship, which they had
parks.
at
Yes.
SDCC.
And then they had the snack shack from Mando and Grogu. That was a photo op.
Yeah, the
And there
Martin
was
Scorsese character.
yep.
Yeah.
And then they displayed and had people that could go interact with. I think Chris from Cantina Cast posted the video where it's like a interactive Ewok, which is already released at the Disneyland parks. The
Yeah.
R2, the baby Rada, and then I think there was one more. I just can't remember what it
Grogu.
was. Grogu. So
Yeah.
now you can go get an interactive kind of little droid
Batu
doll.
Buddy. Yeah.
Yes, and stuff. And then take it around the parks with you, take it places, and its eyes are like LED screens and they move
Yes.
around and they interact and they coo and all those things, which is very cool. I can't wait for the R2D2 one to drop. I
Yeah.
think if I was going to get one, I would be the Ewok and the R2. And from what I saw, I thought they were pretty reasonably priced. I
$100, I believe.
yeah, I think it was like 99.99, and if you have a pass,
Mhm.
You get your Magic Key or annual pass if you're at Walt Disney World, discounts on it.
And lines appear to look insane for the
Oh,
Ewok. I
yeah.
think I think I
They
think it's
sold out.
essentially Wicket, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a little baby
Okay.
Wicket. I think they sold out within the an hour or 2 hours of the park opening
Wow.
and stuff, and, yeah, so we'll see when they drop, if they're gonna drop more of the Ewoks or if they're just gonna go to the next one and then cycle through, or eventually they'll have all of them for purchase
Mhm.
at one point, we'll see.
Someone at the end of the day, though,
The
said,
red
"Oh,
eyes.
my Batu buddy Ewok, I think broke." And
Yeah.
they're like, "What happened?" They're like, "Look, it'll turn off, and then it turns on, and then it's evil. Its eyes are solid red."
Yeah, they could only turn it on in test mode.
Yeah,
So they had to put it in test mode and stuff, or it would not turn on at all and
yeah.
stuff, and then its eyes would turn red and it'd be a little Sithy walk.
Essentially C-3PO from The Rise of Skywalker when they had to decode the blade there. Um, yeah, and of course, D23 happens every other year. You gotta wait a year. It's not gonna happen until 2028 now.
Yes.
Um,
Also, if you ever wanna get tickets for it, you have to be a gold member of D23. You can't just be a regular D23 member. You have to have the year membership to access the tickets.
and the other interesting thing is if you want to go to the main panel area, it's actually in the Honda Center where
Yes.
the NHL team, the Ducks, play, as
Yes.
well as I think another team plays, maybe basketball. I don't know. Um, but yeah, essentially Disney kind of owns that too. But you have to
Yes.
buy tickets for that big main show panel, which I know Chris from Cantina Cast was saying, I'm on a budget this year. And I think he was telling me they caught like the tickets on the floor for that D23 presentation that happened last night. We're going for like $2,500. So yeah.
Whoa.
So
What would you
me
think
going
if
to
Celebration did that?
yeah,
If
I
Celebration
wouldn't
said
be
you
going. I wouldn't be going to those
no.
panels at least. But
Yeah, if they were just like, if you don't win the lottery for a panel ticket, you can buy a panel ticket in these specific areas,
I'm
right?
surprised they don't
Where
already do that. But then that would drive up the price of those lottery wins and cause scalping and chaos like a lot of people don't
that's
like.
true.
Yeah.
So they either have to do just lottery or but I feel like most people who do the lottery would probably scalp those anyways.
I think they are scalped anyways. It's just we don't
Yeah.
hear a lot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're like hoping beyond hope to win those lotteries. But I mean it won't devastate me entirely. I mean I would feel sad, but I got to go to the 40th panel in Orlando and that was great.
Well, the
I'll never
nice
forget
thing
that.
is we'll be staying close enough to the convention center.
Yeah.
Uh, one of us in the group could get in line pretty darn early and stuff. And I'm an early riser, so I don't
Nice.
mind if I don't win in a lottery ticket, I will go get in the standby line at 4 a.m. if they let me.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
especially for like the 50th panel, like, well, I guess we're just jumping ahead of ourselves, but we'll see what those major
Yeah.
panels are going to be and then decide what's worth getting up super early for.
Yeah. Do you want to watch the Ahsoka trailer and kind of commentate and freeze frame and that type of thing and point out some stuff?
Let's do it.
All right. See if I get this to work properly here. They changed a little bit of the settings here, but okay.
Oh
I think
no.
I got it. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna make it bigger here, and I'm gonna play it. And I'm assuming everyone's seen it, so we're not gonna watch it all the way through cleanly. We're gonna stop it here and there and commentate. All right.
Tell me so.
So yeah, there we got the U-wings. It looks like they're approaching Dathomir, and we have a Hayden Christensen voiceover.
First battle scene.
Yeah, and it looks like those U-wings had New Republic soldiers fighting those.
Yeah.
What do we call these stormtroopers? Like
I don't know.
undead stormtroopers? I don't know.
So I guess my question to you, is this a flashback? Or is this
The previous
the
one, no. This image right here, of course, with Ariana Greenblatt, yes, it's a flashback. And I think that when they are talking, older Ahsoka and Anakin's Force Ghost, these specific instances are going to come up, and then we're going to flash back to them. It's just
Okay.
going to be remembering what happened in the past. Clone trooper laying down on the ground. This guy right here.
Okay. Who do we think
Nobody.
this is?
No, well, I mean, I think common sense would maybe tell us that this is just a rogue apprentice from Order 66. He just kind of went
Was it
off on his
green?
own path. Well, I mean, people are saying it's like a lightsaber color is cyan, so a variation of blue. And I don't think we've ever seen a lightsaber like this, where it's like a triple blade scenario where you have like the double the double bladed maul saber, and then you
With
can
the
pull it apart, and a blade is exposed. And I actually thought about this back when the Phantom Menace came out, because it's like that's like an Achilles heel on the blade. If you can't pull it apart and have a blade, they're going to strike it right in the middle. And it seems like it's evolved here. And of
Yeah.
course, it seems like every series, every movie that we get, they figure out a different style of lightsaber, because we went from the single bladed to the double bladed to the three bladed with Kylo Ren, and then we get to this situation with this lightsaber. Nobody knows who this guy is. This guy has come out, that particular actor. I believe he's a stunt actor, and you can find him on Instagram. I believe his last name is Lister.
So Adam and I were texting, and we were looking at this picture and stuff, and I was like, doesn't it kind of look like Quinlan? Just a little? Like if Quinlan had gone into hiding and he cut his hair and stuff.
Oh, I don't think it's Quinlan Voss at all.
Hmm.
I think this is just a new character that we've never encountered in any type of media, and he's just kind of here now. But it's a cool looking dude. He's got the black face paint, different type of saber. So I approve. And very, very evocative of the whole Phantom Menace Duel of the Fates, Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, Maul battle here.
Yeah.
In the snow, with the snow jackets that we saw on the floor of D23. Look at that.
That's
A
so
log.
cool.
A flying log.
Yeah.
Then you see Anakin just swipe right through it. Yeah.
I'm always walking by your side.
Look at that. The red logo.
Citizens of the glorious empire, I have
Was that the gray?
The lighting.
Yeah, it's just the lighting.
See? And that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, there is a bright light on him, but it's like he just doesn't look like the right color of blue, even with the lighting.
Well, I mean, I think it's lighting up his skin.
returned. I took an oath to protect the
2027. Oh, I love that shot right there. You get to see Manus Fondi. You get to see Ziono, and of course Hera there walking through.
the empire. I therefore declare.
And this shot right here, there's a lot to talk about. So you see him in his command chair. You see Grand Admiral Thrawn. He has his legs crossed with the glass in his left hand. Then to our right, you see the Salamari, who I think we've been waiting for. I'm not sure if we're going to get in live action, but of course, those are the creatures that Thrawn had in the books and the comics that repel the Force. So he had them on him to kind of outwit any Force users going up against him. And to the left, you do see some, like a tablet, almost like from the Mortis type of, I don't know, whatever that, what do we call that display? I don't know. But he has that set up. And I believe there's another shot where he has Sabine's artwork. And to the left of that He has a totally black protocol droid there, just standing there at his beck and call. It appears. But
Yeah.
fantastic shot. Fantastic shot.
War.
And I love it when these Star Destroyers just pop up out of nowhere out of hyperspace.
Of the Rebel Alliance.
I love this graphic too. Very kind of minimalist and very like you immediately understand what you're looking at here.
Yeah.
Big old Star Destroyer. And the rings too. It's almost like they're coming out of like that super hyperspace. What was the term they used for it? I can't remember anymore.
I don't know.
That we see these TIE bombers dropping these pods. And
I thought that
apparently-
was interesting.
Yeah. And then this is very reminiscent of Rogue One.
Yep.
Hallway scene. And then we get these night witches.
I'm
Terrifying.
so excited for this. The
Yeah,
Night Witches are going to be probably some of the best parts of this series.
I agree. It's a new wrinkle in Star Wars that we quite haven't seen in live action. Dathomir. Very much like The Empire Strikes Back when you see the probe fly down.
There's a lot of already Easter egg callbacks. Just like
Yeah.
even in the trailers, so many little Easter egg callbacks and stuff. And it's that Dave Filoni, fan service that he loves to get that's not just super in your face, but it's subtle enough for the super fans and the people who are super into it to catch like we're doing right now. But it's also still super entertaining for the people who are still pretty new to Star Wars or haven't seen the full, story from beginning to end and stuff.
It's like poetry, it rhymes. And there you see Enoch in the middle. He has his sword that I think we're going to see in action here a bit later.
What did you see?
So good. Familiar garb. There you see a shot of Sabine with longer hair. Shows the passage of time.
I was going to say, how much time do you think has happened now since this shot from the end of season 1 to this shot? At least a few months.
It's got to be. And then, of course, you see the iconic B-Wings tearing up a Star Destroyer. Looks so good. So polished already. And then, gosh, the space battle, just awesome.
More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed
And you see Rory McCann as Balin for the first time.
with
I
knowledge.
thought that was really exciting. When I saw that, I paused on it to try to get as close of a look on his face
Yeah.
and stuff. Man, this I think is what I was probably not the most concerned about, but something I was concerned about is taking a place of a character we all really fell in love with and stuff in season 1 and found the most interesting to take up that mantle is a big piece of it. So it's like it can go really great or it could go really bad. But trying to get a good look at him, I felt like I was like, okay, like I'm not feeling that uncanniness where it's like very obvious that they
Mhm.
replaced him. It feels familiar enough where it's like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay.
And Ray just knocked that role out of the park, too.
Yeah.
And then we see Shinhati. She's there, the apprentice.
One that could end wars.
And there's the phrase that you were talking about that Hayden's talking about, or Anakin's talking about. Balin Skull knowing of a power that can end wars. Now, I mean, I like the fact that they're exploring that, and it seems like Anakin knows what's going on. I mean, does he have the ability to like spy on them and then like Force goes back to Ahsoka? How does that work? I don't know. And look at this scene right here. I guess they make it into that temple, and then you see all the world between world ring motif thing that's going on. But this almost looks like they're in the head of a huge droid, and you're looking at the eyes. But
I could see that. I could totally see it.
But I think it's the whole like Indiana Jones thing. You tilt the mirror, tilt the glass, and then you have the rays come through, and then it'll light up the area or whatever.
That
ignites whatever machinery is going on. And look at that. You get the E-Wings that we saw at the beginning of season 1. I think you see some very familiar ships. You see like one of the Hammerhead ships. You see one of the Tantive, the blockade runner style ship. And I think off to the right, you see kind of a medical frigate looking from Return of the Jedi. All classic ships, and it looks so good. Always look great. Chopper.
Yeah.
He's doing a little bit of work. That we get this reunion. I'm glad they have Zeb now. They have Zeb fully realized walking, not just sitting down, hugging Ezra, our buddy Amon Esfandi. And man, he's wearing the helmet for the A-Wing pilot there. It looks so good. Looks so good. That's something I really kind of never pictured one of our heroes wearing the A-Wing flight suit with the helmet in an A-Wing, flying out with an E-Wing. That is just wild. Super fast, super intense. I think everything that we're asking for is that we see a TIE fighter flying by.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
Yeah, more action on Dathomir, it looks like. And then Iman, or Ezra, I should say, on Dathomir.
AHSOKA.
And then you see these creatures. Back up a little bit here, if I can. These crazy-looking creatures that look like to be on Peridia, where Ahsoka and Sabine are. Looks like we're going to have battles there on Dathomir in space. Super action-packed. I'm hyped. And then you get Enoch with his blade,
cool.
with engulfed in green flame from Night Sister magic, going up against Ezra. And look at that, man. He's finally getting his due in live action with the saber.
Wasn't this the scene that he was kind of playing out for you guys at the booth?
I do want to talk about what he told us in San Antonio at SpaceCon. And I wish Zach was on here because Zach was just living it up there, talking to him.
I was manning the table. I was not there.
Okay, I will say this. When I was backstage with Iman for the first time, which was 2 SpaceCons ago, Ted had the idea of, oh, hey, what you got to do is you got to give him your lightsaber, and then he could hold it on stage and maybe do some twirls or something. So, and I think he's fine with me saying this now. After all this, after what he did, we haven't even talked about his demonstration he did at D23 with the saber.
Super cute.
Yeah. He was like very, very hesitant to even touch the lightsaber. He was like, no, I'll skip on doing that. And I'm like, well, Ezra's not going to just twirl it a little bit. But I don't think at that time he could really use a lightsaber the way he can use it now. He hadn't done all the prep work and the months and months of practicing and training that he's had now. Now that lightsaber, when he holds it, it's like an extension of his body now. And he has like no hesitation. And that's what we were hoping for in that very, very first time at SpaceCon. But now it's like, yeah, he's full on Ezra. We've seen his Instagram videos where he's practicing with the blade. He's fully confident. He has embraced the fact that he is live action Ezra, which is fantastic. That's what we want all of our Star Wars actors to act like and be. And now he's in his full Ezra era, so to speak. He appeared with Rosario and Hayden on stage, and they just look so great together. And he is very much going to be Ezra Bridger for a lot of people now. So it's super exciting. And he's a great guy too. We spent hours talking to this guy at SpaceCon.
I think one thing he said at SpaceCon that really stood out to me was when he first got the role. He asked Dave oh, what should I watch to prepare for this character? And he's like, only these. I don't want you to watch too much.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be influenced by certain things because you, Iman, are Ezra. So it's one of those things where even in season 1, I don't think we saw him really hold the lightsaber. Sabine tries to give him the lightsaber and he's like, nope, I don't need that. And then he just uses the Force to manipulate things and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think when he first got the role, I think Dave just wanted to tap into Iman and stuff, and have him kind of not create, but like embody Ezra for who Iman is, because there is so much bridge between the character and the person already naturally.
Yeah, and Iman's excitement and enthusiasm for Star Wars is palpable, and it really comes through. And he really, when he speaks about it, you can see his passion, and I love that. That's just terrific. We got a good one with Iman. So
Yeah.
Time to decide.
oh yes, and Hu Yang evoking General Grievous,
Yep.
and then you get Shin going up against him on Pridia.
Aye.
Oh man, and then Sabine using her blowtorch, her flamethrower.
What's it called? The whistling birds? No, that's what Mando has of the little missiles that come out of his glove, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a flamethrower.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit more of the green blade from Enoch.
He is becoming very much one of my favorite characters.
Who?
Just Enoch. This is just a cool looking character.
Yeah.
Or not.
He says, "Are you a Jedi or not?"
I'm really happy they're exploring that with this, because it feels like that's always been Ahsoka's thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where she's just like, I am no Jedi. Like, that is one of the most famous Ahsoka lines, right? And it's this like growing pains and acceptance and trauma and all these things where finally she has to ask herself, like, what am I? Who am I? And stuff.
Yeah. Some people have it tattooed on their body. So
yeah. Yes, that is true.
yeah. All right. So yeah, we're super hyped for Ahsoka. David approves. I think Mary approves too.
Yeah.
Very fast, very intense, very expensive.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to be so curious when they announce like the cost and budget of this show and stuff. I'm very curious to see what it is and how much they spent.
And you know what? We should have seen this coming, because this is Dave Filoni's kind of his baby, his jam, and he runs a show now. So it's like, of course, this was going to look great. Of course, they weren't going to spare an expense. So yeah, bravo. I think you did a great job, Dave. I think we're all excited. And come January, we'll be talking about it, analyzing everything. So, all right. So then
I'm so happy we have a date. Dude,
yeah.
I'm just so happy we have a date. January
20th, right at the beginning of the year. Usually January is not a great month for entertainment and media, but I mean, we're getting Ahsoka.
I'm curious why they didn't do Christmas or Thanksgiving.
I know
they said 2027, but
you gotta respect the family. I mean, Marvel's coming out with Doomsday, so you gotta have time for that to breathe. Right. And that could be epic, even though it's a different program. But yeah,
it's already sold out.
Yeah, Disney wants to hit you with back-to-back things. The next big announcement for Lucasfilm is this.
Got our teaser trailer that got leaked, not released, but leaked.
Was it
Whoever's
a trailer?
in there, I hope you're safe. Whoever leaked it, I hope you're safe, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I don't think they said turn off your phones. I mean, you could see.
No, for sure.
One of the guys that did show the trailer on their Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you could see everybody else out there with the phone, like recording it. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, not a big deal. I mean, they all paid for it too.
I guess maybe that's the difference.
Theoretically say, oh, I'm recording it for my own viewing pleasure when I get back home,
But I mean, Disney is so buttoned up about that stuff. Like, what I think is dumb is if they didn't say no phones, why would they have not just released the teaser at the exact same time online? Right?
Because they want it.
10 minutes after.
They feel like if people traveled, spent money, paid for the tickets, they should get something.
But they released the Ahsoka trailer.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the one thing that they got that nobody else could get, so they could feel like exclusive or whatever. I'm in agreement, and I think most people are in agreement. If they do something like that, just wait 30 minutes and just announce it. Hey, you guys get to see it first on a big 4K, 8K screen, whatever, and then everyone else that couldn't make the trip, you're going to get it in about 30 minutes to an hour later. So don't worry. You don't have to record it. Enjoy it. Absorb it. We'll play it again once we leave, and then we'll move on to the next panel.
In my mind, it's like if you get to go to the panel, you get to see the trailer. It's not about because I got to see the trailer first or whatever. It's I
Yeah.
get to see the trailer in this level of experience, right? In the Honda Center with thousands and thousands of other fans. I get to
Right.
see the staff or like the stars and the producers and the
Right.
creators on the stage and hear them talk about it. Like for me, that's the part they're paying for and the
Yeah.
benefit they get for going. But it's like, my guys, people are going to post this up and throw it out there. Just release the trailer and then we don't have to worry about this cuz also it's not like there's unlimited space for whoever wants to go can go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. James Rare on YouTube says, will anything else be
Who's
announced
that?
today? I don't think so.
Not Star Wars related. I think today is a very heavy parks day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. All right, yeah, jumping back to Star Wars Starfighter. I'm digging the logo, the old school 1977 Star Wars logo with Starfighter in front. I knew they had to do something a little bit different. Still hoping for a crawl at the beginning of the movie. I'm not quite sure we're going to get that.
I think
But-
we will. It's like why do so I can understand in Mando Grogu. It's not a part of the sagas, it's not a part
Yeah.
of the stories. Now this logo makes me think it has something to do with the Skywalker stories because it is the old school logo.
Mm,
And I think because it's like why set themselves up to fail by giving us old school logo and then no crawl. I
right.
feel like for continuity, they would only do that if we were going to get a crawl and if it was somehow, some way connected with the Skywalker story.
Yeah. Don't know. But we did get a name for Ryan Gosling's character, and Sean Levy was up there along with Ryan Gosling. He came out. They did a whole Disney tribute thing. He was wearing a Disney jacket. They were showing all of his little clips from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse thing, which he was a part of, along with I think Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears. And they showed a bunch of highlights, and that was like during my time. I think Ryan Gosling is about my age. That's kind of during my time, but I don't think at that time we had cable. But yeah, we all knew he was a part of it. He came out with the Mickey Mouse jacket, and then Sean Levy says, I want to give you an upgrade. And he gives him the actual jacket from Starfighter. And he turns around, and the back of it is an inverted Rebel Alliance logo, which when you turn it upside down, almost looks like a skull. And at the very bottom, it's a silhouette. It looks like of an X-Wing. So my question is, are we going to get X-Wings in Starfighter, or is it all going to be new ships?
I think we'll get X-Wings.
Okay. Because in the tease or the teaser trailer, whatever, you see the kid in the film, which he looks a lot older than I think I remember in the photos. And he kind of uncovers the Starfighter. And then Ryan Gosling walks up, looking a little Han Solo-ish and acting a little Han Solo-ish. And he says, he starts talking about it, how it was a secret Starfighter. And he says the name of it. And he covers it back up. And the kid's like, yeah, I've never heard of it. And he's like, yeah, that's the point. You weren't supposed to. And then we cut to a world where I think they took that first picture and supplied that to us, where you saw an ocean. And it was kind of a cool concept. It was like a raft with a tugboat ship that was flying, pulling that skiff ship with Cade Oberon, I believe is Ryan Gosling's character's name, and the kid along to go somewhere. and we got some action shots as well. Very, very big environments. There was the classic, you always got to have a chasm in Star Wars of a kid jumping across the bridge that was closing. You never got to see the bridge in action in A New Hope, and I guess that's what it was supposed to look like. So somebody jumping across. We didn't get any Amy Adams in it. We didn't get any Aaron Pierre in it, or any other, I think, cast member that was announced.
I think Amy Adams, if they put her in the teaser trailer, would have been her entire time on the movie and stuff. Like, my understanding from her interviews on Smartless and all the commentaries and stuff is like she might be 2-3 scenes.
And there's a lot of graphics going around saying that she's Mara Jade. I don't think she's Mara Jade at all.
No way.
But I mean, when somebody has red hair, they automatically sumo. It's the most classic character with red hair, and I think people did that with Spider-Man: Brand New Day. But
that's what I did.
I won't spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. Even though it's like, it would be like you, James, and Grandma haven't seen it, so I don't know. But
as soon as I saw Sadie Sink, I'm like, there's only 2 redheads in Marvel that it could be.
Yeah. And we get a shot of a droid, I think, operating the Starfighter, which looks really cool. Very reminiscent of the Zero droid, I think, in The Mandalorian, played by Richard Ayoade, which was really cool. And yeah, very fast, very intense, which is what I want in my Star Wars. And can you think of any other shots worth mentioning from what you saw?
From the Starfighter teaser trailer?
Yeah.
No. I think overall, I know you in the group chat were like, it's not what you expected it to look like.
Yeah, it was a whole lot more shiny. I thought it was going to be a lot more gritty, and kind of harken back to the original trilogy. But very shiny, a lot of CGI, a lot of green screen, it felt like. It looked good, but you could tell those environments, there's no way they could exist. But yeah, overall, just like what Kevin Feige said on the Hall H stage at SDCC, he's seen it. It looks good. He went ahead and cast the acting duo of Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling.
Dude, they're going to be best friends for life after this. They are spending a lot of time together. A lot.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think we're all hyped up for that as well. So that film drops, I think, May
28th.
Yeah. I think it's Memorial Day weekend, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just knew it was after Celebration.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was my thought. I'm like, after Celebration. So we're probably going to get a panel of Starfighter with
May 28th.
The final trailer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Labor Day weekend, you'll have at least 3 good days with Star Wars Starfighter. Get your tickets for that. And yeah, we're all assuming that when we are in LA, we're going to get either a trailer or some footage or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan
the first
Gosling
10 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, definitely. I think that was pretty much it. We talked about
I want to bring up one thing.
Okay.
One thing from D23. The carpet where they do the interviews.
Yeah.
And Dave Filoni got to Variety, and they asked, "Are you filming The Hunt for Ben Solo?" And he was like trying to Jedi mind trick her. He even did the fingers, and he's like,
"I did 2 fingers." Right, I was like, "What?" Yes.
He's like, "We're not filming that right now." And I was like, "Right now? These are some key words to pick up on, sir."
Yeah.
And stuff. And he was even mentioned, he's like, "I for sure thought that question would come up coming down this carpet, and I'm surprised it took this long for it to come up and stuff."
I really think it's tough for Filoni to be the head of Lucasfilm and then to be creating things and to worry about massive projects like The Hunt for Ben Solo.
Is it a massive project?
Yeah.
Or are we making it a massive project?
Well, no, it is a massive project, and we know it's a massive project. If Adam Driver willingly comes back to Star Wars, I think that's a big deal. Now we all know he got cast as Mr. Sinister for X-Men.
Which
He's
I
going
thought
to be
was
the villain.
exciting.
And yeah, his image did appear at D23, but not for Star Wars, for Marvel. It would be a big deal. A very big deal. And speaking
I
of
would
big
love
deals,
to see it.
we need John Boyega back in Star Wars as well. We need to get that whole big three back. That they need to continue on with the sequel characters, I think. And there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. And I think we need those guys back. My opinion. So
It's a good opinion.
yeah. I'm glad you brought that up before you left. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the big highlights from D23. I'm glad that we got to know a lot of this stuff, and I'm glad that they dropped the Ahsoka season 2 trailer. They didn't drop the Starfighter trailer, which is a little disappointing, but thankfully there are some kind souls out there that
Yes.
that actually shared it with us online. We got to see a little bit of it. That's fine. So, and thank you to everyone listening, watching us. We haven't podcasted in a while. A lot of conventions have happened. A lot of life stuff has happened. Our very busy schedules haven't aligned quite right. So
it's a season in life for us.
Yeah. A lot of stuff has been happening. So, but yeah, thank you to everyone that we saw at Rebel Scum Con. Thank you for coming up to the table and saying, "Oh, I have your sticker from the past convention."
Aww.
And one guy even showed me his sticker on his hard hat that he wears at work. And I was like, wow, there it is. Okay, you are not buttering me up here. And yeah, just everyone saying that, yes, we listen. Yes, I know who you are. It's always very surreal for us to hear stuff like that and know that people are listening and watching us and supporting us and coming up to us at conventions. I say it all the time. Come up to us. Don't be shy. Just say, hey, I listen to you. Let me get a sticker.
Yeah. I always have stickers. I always have buttons if you ever run into me.
Yeah, for sure. What's your next event will be at?
LA Comic-Con.
Okay.
Halloween weekend. The Ahsoka cast is already announced to be there.
Nice.
Including Hayden, Rosario, Iman, Natasha. So hopefully we'll get some interactions, get some more info, and all those pieces.
Yeah. I mean, I really just like it. The fact that they're including Iman and like the big marketing and being on the panel and all that, along with Hayden and Rosario. That's really cool.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy.
Absolutely.
Like I said. Yeah. Super exciting. So yeah, Star Wars is revving back up here. And we still haven't talked about The Ninth Jedi. Have you seen it?
No, not yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Season of Life. And I'm really excited for it. I am going to watch it. I am day job is taking up quite a bit of my time right now. So the next time I have a good chunk of time to sit down and really be able to watch and focus on it, I will.
Right. All right. Well, I think that is it for today. And just a reminder. Yeah.
If you want to watch more things on D23 or follow along, they are live streaming some panels on Disney Plus.
Yes.
So if you want to see those, you can. Also, Chris, who sometimes appears as a guest on our podcast from Cantina Cast, he is currently at D23. So you can follow him on social medias. The OG Chris.atx, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or Cantina Cast on Instagram. And you can see updates and things at D23 there too.
All right. And yeah, if you made it this far, comment, like, subscribe on YouTube. That help us out tremendously. We're on Instagram at Star Wars Stuff Pod. We're on Twitter or X at Stuff Pod. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Threads, Star Wars Stuff Pod. Check us out on Patreon, Star Wars Stuff Podcast 2187. We're dropping. I just did a big photo splurge on SDCC. I'll probably do one for RSC as well, Rebel Scum Con, which was fantastic. TikTok, Star Wars Stuff Podcast. You can email the podcast, whatever your thoughts are, suggestions. We're on Facebook. We have a page and a group. We're also on Twitch sometimes. Write a review for us at Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. That'd be great. We have a website. I think I'll be writing some articles here coming up soon. James has a lot of good articles on there. Also, check out Countdown to the Geeks as well. You can win some free advanced movie tickets, and it's a terrific thing. It's one of those things I can't believe it exists, but it does. All right. For Mary, my name is David, and may the Force be with you.
Always.
Dewonwanga.
This is the way.
We have friends everywhere.
Pew, 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 pew.